A growing issue in the United States today is that the minimum wage does not carry the weight that it used to, as it does not provide enough for the cost of living. According to the USA Today, the average cost of living in the United States is $28,500. Now, if an individual that made the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour worked 40 hours a week, 52 weeks of the year, they would only make $15,080 before taxes. Now, that is a $13,000 difference between the federal minimum wage versus the average cost of living. Now, if we were to raise the federal minimum wage to $10.10, individuals would make roughly $21,000 a year. Now, while this does not cover the average cost of living, it will significantly increase the standard of living. Now, it is self-explanatory that it is not possible for an individual to support themselves on the minimum wage or even their families. But before we can just blindly raise the minimum wage, it is important to understand the possible repercussions that come with raising the minimum wage. First off, I'm going to educate you on the benefits of raising the minimum wage. One thing it will do is it will reduce the amount of people living in poverty. If we were to raise the minimum wage to $10.10, it is estimated that the number of non-elderly people living in poverty would be reduced by 6.8 million people. Also, the minimum wage has not been consistent with inflation over the years. In 1968, the minimum wage was $1.60. While that may not seem a lot today, the value of that transferred into today's date would be roughly $11.16. This means that the purchasing power of the minimum wage is not as strong as it used to be, as individuals are no longer able to afford the goods that they need to survive. Now, all things said, it is evident that raising minimum wage is exactly what needs to be done. Well, I ask you to slow down and take a look at the other side of raising the minimum wage and further understand the possible drawbacks. Raising the minimum wage means that people will get laid off. It is estimated that at $10.10, roughly 500,000 people will lose their jobs. Now, along with that, raising the minimum wage means that companies have to pay their workers more, which means that they're going to raise the price of their goods and services. Also, more companies are going to begin to replace their employees with new technologies. This is going to lower the cost of labor and expedite the process of production. For an example, McDonald's now has touchscreen ordering. This replaces a cashier and makes the ordering process go a lot faster. And it's even beneficial for McDonald's as it is also a marketing tool. They put pictures to every product and it makes you want to buy more. For example, if I go on wanting to buy a hamburger and I see a picture of a delicious Oreo McFlurry, I'm probably going to want to buy a McFlurry. Now, raising the minimum wage puts us in an awkward dilemma. We can either raise the minimum wage and face the threat of more jobs being lost, or we can keep the federal minimum wage where people can just struggle to get by. Well, I can help you resolve this problem. In 2014, an open letter to Obama was posted by 600 economists, including 7 Nobel Prize winners. This letter stated that increasing the minimum wage had little to no effect on the employment of minimum wage workers, even during times of weakness in the labor market. As a matter of fact, raising the minimum wage causes a stimulation in the economy, and the demand for jobs rises as well. In 2015, a survey was taken on business owners, and it stated that 3 out of 5 business owners supported the raise in minimum wage to $12. They believe that the raise of income causes demand to rise, leading to stimulation in the economy and a creation of opportunities. With more money in the economy, there's going to be more purchasing from individuals who are working. Now, the Department of Labor themselves has concluded that raising the minimum wage will not affect employment rates and will even stimulate the economy because of more money being circulated throughout. I understand the possible pitfalls of raising the minimum wage, but I do sympathize with the Department of Labor and believe that it is best of the minimum wages to be raised. It is now taken into the liberty of citizens to contact their congressmen and push for the raise of the federal minimum wage. It is also important for politicians to understand the positive impact that raising the minimum wage will have on society so that they can do the jobs they were elected to do and make society better for all. My name is Dima Falahi, and thank you for listening to me about minimum wage.